guys, this lighting is like giving me problems, but like we're just gonna ignore it and hope for the best. We are thriving today. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Marisa here, and you are looking at a fresh graduate. Yeah. So for today's video, in honor of me being a graduate, I decided to talk about my high school experience, the cringe, and yeah, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about the past 4 years of my life and give you guys some advice if you are going into high school from my own failures, problems. I also have notes like on my iPad I'm gonna use, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So I guess we can just get started. So basically, like I said, I just graduated. I graduated highest honors at the top of my class. I was 4th, if anyone cares. I don't know if you care about my GPA. I was like a 4.3 something, which was, I don't know how that happened. Activities that I did during high school, I was really involved in musical chorus, cheer, tennis. I did like literally every club in my school. I'm the editor of the yearbook. I did Digital Media Club, Ushers Club, Leo Club, SAG Club, FBLA. I was president of Leo and SAG. I also did a lot of community service out of school and in school, so I'm a service queen, I guess. I love community service. I don't know, I just did everything I possibly could, I guess. I was super involved. I loved doing everything. I don't know, call me an overachiever, I guess. Yeah, that was just me. I was always a good student. I loved making high grades. I got scared when I had a B for like AP classes, honors classes, all that kind of jazz. But yeah, so like that's pretty much me in a nutshell. When I was like growing up, like through like middle school and stuff, and like even elementary, I was just like a super shy kid. I did not talk to anyone, and like here I am. Middle school was like a horrible time for me. It was like all new people, and like I met like a couple like good friends. I like always kind of felt like the outcast of like everything. I didn't really have like a group I fit into because I was just different. I liked multiple things. Like I didn't just like sports, and I didn't just like music. Like I never really like fit in anywhere, I guess you could say. So I'm just a different being. So that's a little bit about me. So then going into my freshman year, I actually had a boyfriend that I was with. Going into high school, I had like all of these friends, and I guess you could say they were like the popular kids. I don't like labels. I don't like cliques. I don't really like saying that about people, but like that's just what we're gonna say for the sake of this video because it makes more sense. Kind of friends with the popular people. I didn't really fit in, like I said, because I didn't really fit in anywhere because I was just weird. But yeah, because he was kind of popular. He was pretty popular, and I was like well liked. Like I had friends, but like I wasn't in like that group of like 4 girls that like everyone like thought was like so cool. I was just different. So that's okay. I liked being different. Like during freshman year, like stuff happened. Like we broke up. That was like my first major heartbreak. Like I had like a couple like little boyfriends before, but it was like nothing serious. This was intense. It was serious. And then like after we broke up, there was like a lot of gossip about me in high school, like throughout the school. I lost that whole group of friends, so it was like, oh, I was like, okay, like I'm really alone. And like of course like my true friends I did have like had my back and like were supporting me, and like they noticed like things that were wrong in our relationship, which like I'm still so thankful for this day. Because the reality was the situation, me and him like both needed to grow up, and like that's totally normal. Like nothing is wrong with that. I lost that whole group of friends, and then like they would like gossip about me like literally in front of me. Like it was really like damaging to me. Like I don't know, like I guess you could say it was bullying. I don't really know, whatever you want to call it. It was really hard. I was that freshman year, like I had depression. I was diagnosed with anxiety too. It was weird because it was like I came in the high school like with these people, and like already like halfway through the year I lost them, and it was just like really weird, and I felt like people didn't like me because of the situation. And even though I didn't do anything wrong, it was just like there were so many rumors, and you know, high school, and it was weird. So I felt like an outcast once again. I mean, I did have friends, but like I still didn't fit into like a group. Then like in terms of like grades, I had to do like a little bit of adjusting because I wasn't used to I wasn't used to how the teachers worked in high school. Like I had to like adjust a bit, but like I still got all straight A's. I still did a good job, even like with like my depression, everything going on like inside of me, I still did a good job, and I was really proud of myself. So also my freshman year, like I was like involved in like my cheer and stuff like that, and like my musical and everything, so like that all really helped in my chorus, but like I wasn't really like putting myself out there more. Like I didn't want to do service. I was forced to by my aunt who works at school, which I'm grateful for, but I didn't want to. I was really scared. It made me anxious, like being around so many different people, and now that I did it, I love it. Like I'm so glad I was forced into it and doing it, but like at the time I was like scared shitless. Like overall freshman year was pretty rough for me. It was a transition, just because I feel like if I wouldn't have had that heartbreak, it would have been completely different. I would have still had those friends probably, but like at the same time I'm glad that I did, because it allowed me to grow as a person, allowed him to grow. It allowed me to realize who my true friends are, and that's like one of the most important things for you to learn in high school, is who your true friends are. I learned a lot that year, and I'm super grateful, because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't be the same person that I am. Then 10th grade, it was a pretty good year. I joined the tennis team, and that was really fun. My aunt was actually the coach, and me and my friends, like we call ourselves the sisters now, I'll get to that later. We were all on it, and then like a couple other friends, but it was just a fun time. Like we didn't really care if we won or lost, and it was just go out and have fun. In 10th grade, I actually got a different boyfriend. He was a senior at the time. It was just kind of rough, because like we were on two different parts of our life, you know, like a senior getting ready to go to college. Me, I just started high school. I mean, I was mature for my age, so like that wasn't a problem. Like we got along really well, like we were really good friends, but it was just like two different, it was like a bad timing situation. And then I also had just like anxiety from the last relationship, because of everything that like I was put through, and just like anxiety in general, and it was just really hard. And like when he wouldn't talk to me, I would just get upset, and like I mean I was younger, like that's what younger girls do, I guess, but like it just didn't work for him either. And like now, like me and my current boyfriend, like we don't really text that much, and like I don't care, like it doesn't bother me. But like back then, I think I really needed that reassurance, because I wasn't completely comfortable in my own skin, and I wasn't completely comfortable with myself. So self-love is so important. Obviously, like my heart broke again, but like it's okay, I learned from it. Overall, 10th grade was like a pretty good year. The only thing really bad that happened, I was sick during my musical when I had a lead, and that was the most embarrassing thing in my life. I actually have a video on my channel just about that if you want to go watch it, so I'll like put it in the card thing up there. 10th grade was pretty good. It was just kind of like that middle year, kind of like nothing really happening. Like you're not an upperclassman, but you're not a freshman, so it was like not that exciting. And 11th grade, during the summer, I went to my band, like my high school bands, like they do a showcase thing, so I went to that to support my friends. And one of my other friends, he's the drum major, he was my friend at the time, we were in musical together. He texted me the night of the thing, like, hey, like, what's up, like, how are you? And I'm like, why is this kid talking to me? Because when we were freshmen, funny story, me and my boyfriend at the time just broke up, and he asked me to be his girlfriend in front of the entire musical cast. I said no, and then like ran, like I booked it. So fun time. He like knew like he was texting me because he liked me, okay? And at this time I was so over like boys and heartbreak. I'm like, you know what, like I was anti-boy, I'm waiting till I go to college to find a man, which was not gonna happen anyway, because they still don't mature. Long story short, he asked me to prom at a football game. I'll like put pictures here. It was super cute with a bear. He gave me this bear, okay? It was such a cute idea. I love it. I went to prom with him, like for sure. And like he had an ex, and like it was just like this whole, it was like dramatic for no reason. She was just like butthurt that I was dating him, basically. Yeah, so he's now my boyfriend. I love him dearly. We've been together for almost a year and a half, actually. I literally talked to him for like 4 months because I didn't want to date anyone, but like I knew I liked him, and the rest is history. He treats me how I should be treated. He taught me so many just like things just about like relationships, about love, about everything like that. So I'm so thankful for him. I love him so much, and he's literally my best friend. We were best friends before. Yeah, so that started junior year. So overall, junior year was a good year. It was super stressful because I took 2 AP classes. I mean, I handled it fine. I took AP English Lang, which I passed my exam for. Woo, so I get that college credit. Then I took AP US History, which I got a 1 on my exam for. It was kind of stressful with those classes, and like I was in pre-calc and I'm horrible at math. Also, like standardized testing, I am not a tester. I had to take my SAT and ACT. I didn't do that great on them. It's okay. I got into college. I got like 1,080, which is like average. I could have done better, like literally like with my QPA, I probably could have gotten like an Ivy League, but like with my SAT and ACT score, it's like no, like you're trash. Then my junior year, we also like formed like our friend group, the sisters, like always friends throughout high school, but like we just never like saw each other that much, and then we kept like doing things together, and it was like, oh, like we're the sisters, like we have a group chat and everything. So that's kind of like my little like friend group, friends with other people too. So then we get to senior freaking year. And I had a good year. You know, it was stressful at times. Some like friends faded, which is totally normal. Neuritis is real. It didn't really hit me until like my last like 2 weeks of high school, which I'm glad because it didn't affect my grades or anything like that. But like I saw it in some people and it's like, whoa, like they let it like affect their grades really bad. So the most stressful thing for me like this year, I was a lead in my musical, and then I also cheered basketball season, which like required you to be cheerleaders, and we went on so long, and like between like me getting sick and like my immune system, like it was just not a good mix, and I was just so over cheering. Like I hated cheering, and I was just like I'm just so over it. And like even like in like cheering, like every single year, like I never felt like I completely fit in. I always felt like I was kind of that outcast. Like I feel like where I really belonged was on the stage, doing musicals and singing and doing what I love and acting and putting on a show. Like that's just me, which is different. You know, not a lot of people are able to put themselves out there like that. I'm glad that I did. I made the best friends and made the best memories through musical, which I will forever be grateful for. Junior year, I first mentioned this, I was in Distinguished Young Women program, the scholarship program in my county, and then I was also nominated for a local like acting award thing, like at our regional thing out of like 30 girls. So it was such an honor, and the performing arts will always be my favorite thing over sports. Senior year, I don't know, I still just felt like I didn't fit in cheering. Like I was a captain, and like I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like not really like needed, like not like important, like no one listened to me anyway, so it was like why bother. I had a few good friends on the cheer team, which I am so thankful for, but like overall, like I just felt like I didn't really fit in that well. For me, personally, just like in comparison to musical, like it was like musical was like family, and like cheer was just like it wasn't there for me. It was there for some people, but it just wasn't for me. Yeah, so like now so that's like my experience. I just graduated. I'm so happy. So if you're curious about my future plans, I'm going to be attending Kent State University, Kent campus in Ohio, and I'm going to be majoring in applied communication studies while also minoring in marketing and visual communications, which is also known as graphic design. So yeah, I am so excited. I hope I do well. Fingers crossed. I'm nervous to go to college, I'm not gonna lie. Really just hope in college that like I find my people. I'm so excited to branch out of my little town, meet more people. I love people. I'm such a people person, so that's really exciting to me. And just like explore and just go somewhere different, be in this whole new environment. That's really exciting to me. I'm gonna be sad leaving behind my family. My boyfriend is going to a different school, so that's gonna be a little rough. I love my small town dearly. I love where I come from. I love my town. I love my high school, but I think I'm ready. I feel prepared to move on to the next phase of my life. So now I want to get on to a little bit of advice for you guys if you are entering high school. So my first thing is so cliche, but it's literally to be yourself. Like I said throughout this whole video, I was so different. I did different things, and some people hated me for it. Some people talked to me behind my back for it and said, why did she do that? Like, that's weird. Like, why did she act like that on stage? Like, that's weird. Like, doing things that people didn't like to do and then they didn't think they could do. When you're choosing like activities, do it for yourself. Don't do it because your friend's doing it. Do it because it's something you really want to do and you're passionate for. I loved everything I was involved in, and I never did something just because my friends were doing it. Other thing is to be a leader and not a follower. There's like so many people that like I can just think off the top of my head, like at like my school, that are just followers, and it's either they don't want to think for themselves, or they just look up to the leaders, and it's like, oh, well, they're doing this, so I'm gonna do this. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. Do things for you. Be that leader. Don't be a follower. It's not cute. It's not cool. It's kind of annoying when you can't be your own person. The thing is, like, just to like be like positive, like look at high school with like a positive outlook. I know a lot of people hate it for multiple reasons, and they just don't like going to school, and that's like everyone's preference. But if you're just a positive person and you're trying to make a difference like in your little school community, and you're trying to do your best and be your best self, then I think you're gonna be pretty well off, and you're gonna enjoy yourself, and you're gonna be the successful one day. Positive thinking goes such a long way, and I really learned this year. And if you can't be like positive with yourself, and I mean, I still personally struggle with like self-confidence issues, and like I think everyone does, like at my age, like it's normal. But like when you try to like incorporate more positive thinking into your life, everything just becomes brighter and it becomes easier. And like there were so many people around me who were so negative, and it was like just like being in their presence, it was like it put me down, and I'm like, I don't want to be around that. I went to everything with an open mind, and don't judge a book by its cover. Next piece of advice is to take advantage of every opportunity, meaning apply for every scholarship, take the AP classes that are going to benefit you, take the honors courses, take your SAT 2 or 3 times if you need it, utilize everything your school is offering you, take that community service opportunity. It might change your life, it might change your perspective on something, like you literally never know. So like use it, utilize it. It's there for you. It's there for all students. So like you have just as much opportunity as anyone else. Use every opportunity you get, because that's what's going to make the difference in your high school experience. And when you take every opportunity, that's gonna be the things that you're gonna remember, and you take chances. For instance, it was in the fall, and we were starting to get like scholarship applications, and I knew from the beginning that I was going to apply for every single scholarship that came my way. Applied for a lot that were like outside of my school, so like they were like regional ones, or they were like national level ones. I didn't expect anything from them. I think it was in January. I got an email from one of the scholarships I applied for in the fall, and I was given a $10,000 scholarship. It was the first in my school. That was amazing, because I didn't even think I was gonna get anything from it. Like, it was a national scholarship, and I was a state scholar. And I applied for everything. I was also a National Honor Society national scholarship winner, which was crazy. I was one of the first in my school with another classmate of mine. Go for everything you can, because that's what's gonna make your experience and your future ultimately better, like I did. Like, take a chance. Next piece of advice is to start your college process early. I started mine like the summer before senior year, which I think is a pretty good time, like, or like even like the spring, or like just start researching like what you want to do. I mean, you don't have to know what you want to do, obviously. You can go in undecided, but if you have a path you want to go down, start your research, start scheduling tours. The earlier you honestly do it and get your applications in, the better off you are. Also would recommend touring a variety of colleges, because everything is different. I toured, I'm gonna say like 6 or 7 schools that like I really thought I wanted to go to, because the first one I actually toured was Kent State, the school I'm going to, and I was like, oh, I love it so much here, I'm gonna love every other school. And then I hated all of the other ones. Everyone is different, everything is different. So yeah, that pretty much concludes my personal high school experience and some advice for you guys going into high school. If you are going into high school, I wish you the best of luck. Enjoy your time and have fun, and I wish you luck in your future. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my experience, and if you guys did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, leave nice comments and video requests down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys, love you. Mwah. I still do that, even though I've done that since I was like 10 years old.